ganze Jahr warte ich darauf, wieder diese Worte sagen zu dürfen. Herzlich willkommen auf der Austria Comic Con 2024! Jedes Jahr aufs Neue fühlt sich das absolut großartig an.
Super! Erster Fehler, erste Minute, das Anyways, schauen wir, dass wir uns nicht so weit verlassen. Die nächste schafft es hoffentlich richtig auf die Bühne. Wir kennen sie aus allem eigentlich. Die wundervolle LING!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is it working? Yes, I think. Is it working? Is it on? Check. Yes.
Ich liebe dich.
Yes. One thing, the mic in the middle of the audience room, das Mikrofon in der Mitte gehört euch. Sollte jemand eine Frage stellen wollen, bitte nicht zögern, nicht schüchtern sein, nicht nervös sein, stellt euch davor. Wenn ihr die Frage nicht auf Englisch stellen wollt, könnt ihr das gerne auf Deutsch machen und ich übersetze dann. Ansonsten, the first thing I would like to ask you today is, we're in Austria, and we're, well, if you translate it directly to English, we're something called smart shitters.
What
if
is
you
that?
think of this word, that's like a know-it-all, but someone who feels overly good about that. So, let's correct Wikipedia for the first question, because your Wikipedia page starts with the following sentence. You were born on October 10th, 1966,
No, don't say that.
1970, or 1971.
No. Listen, I landed from the moon, and I'm born today. New life. Every day is new life. Seriously, that's how I think. I think, you know, in human life, why there's a death? Because there's a time. The concept. If there's no time, like nature, always peacefully, calmly, leisurely breathing, so then there's no death, no time. So you live peacefully. That's how I live my life. I don't do exercise. I eat a lot, sleep a lot. I look like this. So I know you're gonna ask, I just want to share something like about beauty. I think we all, if you follow me and BAI LING, I am BAI LING Instagram, I give fat-free, sugar-free cookies. So, like we all choose healthy food to eat, like calories, all of that, so I learned that. But we forgot to choose healthy thoughts to think. That's how you really keep you useful and young and healthy and look beautiful. That's how I live my life.
That's wonderful. We all hear you are what you eat. But I really hope that I'm not an aborted fetus in a dumpling, which is something I want to talk to you about, because in 2004, you gave one of your most awesome performances in 3 Extremes, Dumplings, which is you as a 60-year-old ageless beauty performing illegal abortions and then making dumplings with the residue, which is...
He's no good. He revealed all the secret about the movie. You should not tell that. Because that's the ingredients for you to watch the movie. You're not supposed to know. And like I tell you, years just numbers, doesn't matter. I never go for that, and people start to attract that to themselves. But for me, I don't even remember what days, Wednesday or Tuesday or any days. But by the way, I want to appreciate everybody here. So first time I come to Vienna to the Comic-Con, thank the Comic-Con invite me, so to meet all of you. So this time is ours. I really appreciate and meeting all of you. Ich liebe dich. So talking about, dumplings, right? The film, I won the Asian Academy Award for it. I play somebody, nothing to do with me. And for me, acting is fun. I never learned acting. I never do research, which that character is totally 100% different from me. But I think everything is internal feelings of the moment, how you feel as the character or yourself, what you're doing. It's nothing about technique. So every time, even in Hollywood, I work with a lot of big stars. They're kind of afraid of me because I'm so magically free. When you're free, you're magic. So I gave a quote because on my social media, I always have a cookie. The cookie for me is, if I am thinking, I'm an idiot. If I'm not thinking, I'm genius. So that's how I live life. I think when you have that principle in your mind, you can open all the doors because you become the force of nature, you become magic. Like the Star Wars, I mean, like, may the force be with you, to be open, free, and celebrate life itself every day.
What I'm interested in, that's because I mentioned, I know it's a huge spoiler for dumplings, but it's kind of a theme in Chinese and other Asian movies like The Untold Story, Ebola Syndrome, stuff like Meat Grinder, that humans are turned into food. Is there a reason why this theme goes in so many Asian movie productions?
I think the Westerns better than Hollywood. A lot of women are older, they still have leading roles. In Asia, especially in Japan, when you're 20, you're already old. It's just a culture thing. So, and also with a population of, I think females more than men, therefore the men are very demanding. So the woman competing with their beauty, so you have to be young, because a lot of men are like young girls. So that's in the dumpling, you can watch it. But I think a really sophisticated person will appreciate the person of being who they are, not because how old are they. So that's the very, like today, even in Hollywood, everywhere, it's about youth, about beauty. So how you keep that is ignore that question, ignore something that worries you. That's how I do in Hollywood. I never knew how old I am. I'm 26 years old. That's how I think, and that's how I function. And I forgot time each day. I'm just celebrating and appreciate life. That's how you present it. Every time I'm there, I'm just who I am. So then people will forget what their normally society trained them to think. So that's how I think living life. Each moment is a gift. So we have to celebrate, forget about what society taught us to do, about how we look, especially women, how they look at us. We're magic, we're brilliant. We just have to celebrate that being as a life force. That's it, very simple.
Let's go back to the year 1994. It was your first big international role as Micah in The Crow, and I've read something very funny. Your first day on set, when you met Brandon Lee, and he told you that he was half Chinese, you said you didn't believe him.
Let me tell the story.
Okay, please do.
Let me tell the story. So I was cast, I did not speak English in my first Hollywood movie. I spent 3 months to read the script and look at dictionary. I still don't understand. So I was on set, they put me and Brandon Lee in the one makeup room. He has his face paint, I have tattoo on my back. So both for us take 2 hours. We're sitting there, I think the third day or something, he told me, he said, "Bai Ling, I heard you're Chinese." I said, "Yes." "Oh, I can see, I'm Chinese, my English is poor." That's how I say. He said, he speak very straight. He said, "You're Chinese." He said, "I am Chinese." I said, "You're kidding me, you're this handsome white boy." I said, "You're kidding me." He said, "I'm really Chinese." I said, "Okay, who is Chinese?" He said, "My father's Chinese." I said, "Okay, what your father do?" He said, "My father's big movie star." I said, "What's his name?" He said, "Name's Bruce Lee." I said, "I never heard of it." He was like, "You never heard of it?" I said, "I really don't know." He said, "You're from China?" I said, "Yeah, I never heard of it." And he was so disappointed. Then I feel bad. We shooting in North Carolina. I called my friend in New York. I said, "This is an actor, but he look white." He said his father's big movie star called Bruce Lee. I said, "I never heard of it." Then my friend said it's Li Xiaolong, said his Chinese name, because I did not speak English. I didn't know Bruce Lee. Who's Bruce Lee? I said, "Oh." So next day I'm on set. I said, "No wonder." I said, "Now I know your father name's Li Xiaolong." He was so relieved. He's so happy. He said, "No wonder. You're probably one of the only person in the world don't know my father." So he's very, very proud of his father. He worked so hard. Also, every time I talk about Crow, I feel like I feel his presence here. That's why I keep talking about time. I think I never believe in death. I think our human body worn out, but the spirit is timeless. human body is like a house you're living in your spirit. So I feel he's there watching us. And also, that's why I appreciate the film, because no matter where he is, where we are, or where the other movies are, the old movies, no matter where you are in time, at that moment that it captured you will be forever, just look like that, exactly like that on screen, forever. So that's the magic about film. They reduce, change perception, a concept of time. That's how beautiful a movie is. Thank you.
Did you ever get to meet Bruce Lee?
No, no.
No.
I never had the pleasure. I feel like Brandon Lee sort of feel like he said, this girl has no clue what she walked into Hollywood, you know, because I did not even speak a language. When they have this fighting, they have the sights on the big shooting thing, like when I say, I like the pretty lights, that scene. And I was saying, Bunny, don't say it, it's explosion. It's very, very dangerous. There are a lot of sights, a lot of explosion there on the set.
You did a lot of action movies, you did a lot of fight scenes, and I read an interview with you where you said that the most fun person to ever beat up was Jude Law on the set of Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Why?
He's such a, you know, I like him, he's very charismatic, very fun. But then we're doing fight scene, I'm basically hit him, right? The director told me, he said, bye. We're shooting a lot of Jude Law's close-up, just don't hit him. They know I'm kind of wild, they just don't. So I was fighting with him like, hesitate. He said, bye, come on, go for it. I said, really, you sure? I was going to ball and hit him. He actually apparently is not a very good fighter. I'm sorry to say that. I hit him, I said, I'm sorry, the director told me. He was like, I hit him, so... You know, sometimes you got just, it's so funny in that sometimes we're shooting, right? They make this suit for me in the Sky Captain World of Tomorrow. Like so fitted, tight leather, so tight. They said, then it's too tight that I couldn't even lift up my legs. I said, how am I gonna fight? So they lift me up to the sky, right? And they have this wire, it's metal. A hurt cut me. They put me up, I was already in pain. Then they put me down. They said, you want a moment? I said, no matter what, as soon as you pick me up, I'm in pain. And they put me up, they gave me this goggle glasses. They said, bye, okay, it's a green screen. They said, you look at the yellow star, then you look at this. I was looking at it. He said, bye, look at the yellow star. I am doing it. He said, no, you look the wrong way. And they didn't know on the goggle change color. You know, I'm looking at this, I'm looking wrong. So a lot of things are doing this. Green screen now on the screen look fascinating, but when we're shooting, we're literally just on the bench and fighting. So now you see the movie, it's an entire galaxy below us. It's amazing.
Because you were in one movie with a guy who I think greeted you every day by saying, oh, hi. You worked with Tommy Wiseau. Tommy Wiseau on Samurai Cop 2, and he was the guy who made one of the best worst movies of all time called The Room. And I read, which didn't really surprise me, that someone had to feed him all of his lines from off camera because he couldn't remember a single word. Do you remember anything about shooting and working with Tommy Wiseau?
Well, actually, Samurai Cop 2. I was like so nervous to watch the movie, but my part was so good. Obviously, you never know, you know. Oh, I want to tell you, I did a movie called Southland Tales. Was in Cannes for the competition with The Rock, Justin Timberlake, Sarah Michelle Gellar, all of them, right, in Cannes Film Festival. And I will answer your question. I was so nervous because with all the big stars, they end up, the movie is too long. The director, the Cannes Film Festival, love it. They cut the film like 40 minutes. I said, probably I'm not in the movie with all the stars. So you never know. So I was in the big premiere. I was so nervous. And then the director said, buddy, I want to tell you something. I was so nervous. And my role, actually, on the script is nothing. But you just have to be brave, and the camera just follow me. Basically, a lot of our improvisation, if you see the movie. So the director said, buddy, I want to tell you, after we recut the movie, they showed to Sarah Michelle Gellar, and she watched it. She said, buddy, it's a genius. Basically, I created that. Then I feel reassured the part become big because I brave to make it. So your question about that, Well, I didn't have a lot of scenes with him.
Yeah.
He seemed like a little bit crazy, all the dirty, messy. But I don't know if I should reveal the secret. Both Eric Robert and Mickey Rourke, both of them don't remember their lines. I work with them. They have big signs everywhere. Like they're talking to me, they're like, how are you doing? They're all reading big sign everywhere. I don't know why, they just don't remember it. So I think a lot, even Marlon Brando probably don't remember lines. I don't know, but I always work on it to remember lines. I think when you learn the lines, you perform so much better because you own the character, you own the language. It's important.
How do you do that? How do you remember your lines? Do you have a special place where you go to study the scripts? Do you have like a routine for that?
I don't know if you see the movie. Luc Besson's a French movie called Taxi 3. I speak French, so I did not know how to speak. It's very difficult to learn. I think it's repetition, like children can repeat. You repeat. Like I learn my lines in my makeup room. I'm very good. I have a photograph memory. I think it's like we all have that. We need to push it. One time I only literally, we were shooting a movie and they changed the thing, have a half page of a monologue, which they didn't give to me. I said, how am I going to remember that? The literally have no time. The director will have no time either remember or not. So I think the universe always help you when you needed help. I said, okay, I'll try. So suddenly, when we were shooting, I got the script. So the light's broken. While they're fixing the lights, like 3 minutes, I said, just nobody talks. I just look at the half page of dialogue. It's like your mind, you challenge another potential. It's scan, I'm scanning the script. I feel like a camera. After 3 minutes, the director do it. Can you do it? I say, I will try. And the character is very in charge. She's giving order. I cannot try. I have to be like, okay, I'm in charge. So I just, when I perform, I feel like I'm reading the script in front of me. It's amazing. Like we have this potential. I'm literally reading it. How can you remember in 3 minutes? After did I remember? You see, you remember everything. Just one word you said wrong because I never learned the words. So second time I did, it's like even French, I never speak. I learned it. It's like we have this potential. If we're willing to challenge it, force it, and believe it, it's a happen. So that's happened to me. So easy to memorize. But I'm good. If you give me 3 months, I will not remember it. If I have 3 hours, I will. Because it's that concentration, that focus. We can do anything. It's really human beings are powerful in that way. Because I challenge myself. I came to US, I did not speak English. I don't know anything about America. After I did the Red Corner, I start with Richard Gere. I go to red carpet. The paparazzi start to take a picture of me. Then they say, Bai Ling, what you're wearing? I said, I'm wearing a jacket. He said, whose jacket? I said, what are you talking about? It's my jacket. I have no clue what they're saying. It's brand names. For me, I have no clue. It's very hard for me to remember Dolce & Gabbana, Armani, all of that. It's a culture difference you're learning. And I make a lot of fun. I went to New York audition for Shakespeare. Can you imagine? I did not speak English. I would say, to be? Or not to be. The casting director in front of me talking on the phone, I cry in tears. It's really how I made it. It's a miracle without speaking English. You just have that confidence and believe that you have gift to give. So I'm the only Asian actress from Asia. Never changed my name. My name's Bai Ling. I'm not Julia or Susan or Lucy. They say you're going to change your name to fit them, as to be one of them. I said, no, I'm proud of who I am. I said, it's the individual quality that gets us to the place of shy as who we are. Thank you.
Ich frage noch ein letztes Mal in die Runde, ob es vielleicht eine Abschlussfrage aus dem Publikum gibt. Es gäbe noch, jawohl, bitte sehr.
Hey, how are you?
Chris. Ich mach's lieber auf Deutsch.
Bitte, gerne.
Damit man es versteht, wie bei den Dreharbeiten zu Star Wars Episode 3 und war es eine Enttäuschung, nicht im fertigen Film zu sein?
The shooting for Star Wars and whether you were disappointed to finally be cut out of the movie.
I want to tell you, you said good question about fate and life for all of us. How I get the part of Star Wars, it's an amazing story. So I went to the MTV Movie Award. I was sitting there like you, audience there. But when it's commercial, you just wait, right? The TV, they show commercial. So I get bored. So I left to the green room. So it's waiting for the buffet, get food, right? I was just standing there waiting. After like 2 minutes, oh my God, George Lucas standing in front of me. I was like, so your agent will never be able to have meeting with him. I said, oh my God, George Lucas, right? You want, of course, actually you want to ask for job. If I'm in Star Wars, there'll be like dream become true. I was like trying to, what should I say? What should I say? Then somehow I changed my mind. I said, every actor is asked for job. He'll never remember me, right? Ask for job. He said, okay, actor, ask for job. I said, I'm not gonna like every actor. So I didn't ask anything. Then I did not even say hello. If my agent there say, at least you say hello, right? You say, he's in front of you. Something, I just frozen. I didn't say hello. After the food, I left. Can you believe even you say, why did you say hello? It's George Lucas. So I left, I find a little bench. I sit down there, took my high heel shoes off, right? You're tired. I was just eating. I don't know what's, my mind kind of frozen. I'm kind of proud of myself. I said, I'm not gonna do that. So the lady come to me, he said, Bai-Ling, I love you in the TV show, Angel. Can I take selfie? I said, sure. Then she says, can I sit here? I said, sure. She said, my theater, we're sitting there chatting. He said, oh, I love you in the TV show, all of that. So we're talking. After a while, George Lucas, directly from where you are, walking towards me. I was like, it's impossible. I just ignored him. He walk towards me, in front of me. Then this lady stand up. He said, Bai-Ling, let me introduce you to somebody. This is my dad, George Lucas. That was his daughter, Katie Lucas. Can you believe it? What I want to tell, then when he said that, I said, oh my God, I saw you. I didn't say. Now I start saying, if I'm in Star Wars, I start to, if I play this guy with this girl with a calligrapher, if I will be in the movie, dream become true. He said, you're a great actress. I said, you know me? He saw my movie, Red Corner. I was opposite of Richard Gere, played the lawyer. I said, my movie. I said, oh, I hope I can work with you. So I left again. I was so nervous, right? So 3 days later, I was in Hawaii, Maui Film Festival. My agent manager called me. He said, how the hell you got Star Wars? George Lucas called. They want you in Star Wars. I know how because I met him. I said, what's the role? He said, the script directly sent it to your house. Tomorrow you go to Warner Brothers, try wardrobe. When I got there, he was waiting there to take him to lunch, dinner, very nice. So what I'm talking about, back to your word, at that time I was doing Playboy cover and Star Wars. I worked with this 20th century, 2 big culture icons, George Lucas, Hugh Hefner. Nobody can be better. So why am I go back to that? If I didn't follow my instinct, I left him. That's not really my chance. If I say hello, he'll never remember me. I might say hello. But I listen, universe frozen, I go back. If I talk to me, delay 2 minutes, Katie will pass me. This chance will never meet. She'll never see me. Because I follow universe, I sit there, Katie Lucas come here. That's my real chance. That's what I'm saying. If it's yours, you're gonna get it. If it's not yours, don't depend on your mind, think that's your truth. That's your chance. We might ruin the real chance. That's my life lesson. It will happen that way.
Thanks. Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this question. Thank you all so much for coming to Austria Comic Con, joining us, and especially thanks to the amazing Bai-Ling.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Come to my table there. I'm signing autograph. Thank you.
Let's go.